Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Tsukihime. Now, I've already played this game, right? I played it last year. Yeah, early last year, y'all. And the reason I played it was because, I watched the anime, right? I watched the anime and I found out that there's actually a visual novel to this, and they actually cut out a lot of important stuff apparently from the anime. And honestly, at first I really did like this visual novel, from first route and stuff, but then when we got to the last route, I kind of think it was because just the flow chart or whatever, the route options I had to do kind of made me enjoy it a little less so. But basically what I'm doing is I'm going to be redoing the first two routes I did, right? And then we'll be doing the rest of the game. The rest of the game will be blind, but for this route and the next route, this will all be stuff that I've already seen. So let's start. Suddenly, I awaken with a start. The night is pitch black, and no one else is in the house. It's scary being alone in the dark. So, to find everyone, I head out into the garden. Our mansion's gardens are vast fields of green, surrounded by a thick, dense forest, with the trees blinking out the light, almost like a massive curtain. Like a stage in a theater somewhere. The turning of trees opens with a swishing sound. Excitement fills me, anticipating the beginning of the grand play. In the distance, I hear the sound of echoes beyond the black curtains of the trees. Inside the forest, the sounds of everyone happily playing around. The curtain doesn't open yet. Unable to restrain myself, I wander into the darkness of the forest. Darkness surrounds me, a blackness so deep it's suffocating. Not even the calming rays of the moonlight can calm me. The air is cold, a winter chill so deep, my eyes feel like they'll freeze. For a brief moment, I thought I heard someone call my name, so I walk even deeper into the forest. After passing through the belt of trees, I find everyone waiting for me in the forest clearing. But something is wrong. Everyone is lying on the ground. Everyone is lying on the ground, in pieces. The clearing is bathed in red. I don't understand. A stranger approaches. The look on his face says he wants to rip me apart. I don't understand at all. But someone else, someone I don't know, steps in front of me, and is torn apart in my place. I'm just a kid, so I don't really understand. A splash. Something warm and wet hits my face. It's red. A red liquid like a tomato. That person was torn apart. That person I called Mom. Never called my name again. I really don't understand. But it's just so cruel. I wanted to cry. I just felt like crying. Warm crimson blurs my vision, deep into my eyes. But it doesn't bother me at all. The lonely moon floats above me, bearing witness in the night sky. It's strange. Why didn't I realize until now? Such a cold, horrible nightmare. Yes, I didn't realize it. That tonight, the moon is so beautiful. Now you gotta admit, I did that voice acting pretty well for having my throat have something in it. I really gotta get. Oh no! A prologue. Pew! White light. When I came to, I was lying on a hospital bed. The curtain on the nearby window sways gently. A beautiful day outside, and the dry wind signals the end of summer. Hello, Tanoshiki-kun. Congratulations on your recovery, bucko. The unfamiliar old man extends his hand for a handshake. Oh, it is a man. I was worried it was gonna be a woman or something. I just gave her this deep, stern voice. The unfamiliar old man extends his hand for a handshake. His square-rimmed glasses and his warm smile are very befitting. His tidy-looking white clothes, too, do him perfectly, too. Can you understand what I'm saying, Shiki-kun? Or are you a little special, boy?
Yo, why am I in a hospital? I'm young.
You don't remember, do you? You were involved in a car accident while you were walking. Your chest was stabbed by a shard of glass, and it was unlikely that you would survive. We actually thought you would die, but I mean, here you are. Very unbefitting of what a doctor would say, yet he says this while still smiling cheerfully. Terrible. I feel terrible.
I'm tired. Can I go to sleep?
Yes, you should rest. I mean, you could get on your own, but must focus on recuperating and not push yourself. The doctor is still smiling. To be honest, I can't stand that smile anymore.
Can I ask you something, doctor?
What is it, Tsukihime?
Why is there a hole in your neck?
Huh?
Why are there,
Oh,
why are there scribbles all over your body? And there are cracks all over the wall. Why are there cracks in the walls?
the smile vanishes for just a brief moment, then returns to his face immediately. He turns and walks away. It seems there was some brain damage after all. The whole of Dr. Ashiya and neurology. I also suspect he might have suffered damage to his eyes. Spend the afternoon examining his eyes. The doctor whispers to the nurse so that I won't hear him.
Weird. There are scribbles all over everyone's bodies.
The sloppy, zigzagging black lines running all over the floors, walls, and the ceiling. I don't understand what they mean, but looking at them makes me feel sick.
I wonder what it is.
The bed, too, is covered in these scribbly lines. When I touch the line with my finger, my fingertip sinks down into the crack.
Oh!
Seems as if I could reach farther down with something narrower, so I traced the line with a fruit knife that was lying on the bedside table. I didn't use any strength at all, yet the knife sinks into the bed, all the way up to the hilt. It was fun, so I dragged the knife along the scribbly line. Dug! With a heavy sound, the bed snaps cleanly in two.
Yeah!
The girl in the bed next to mine screams,
Hey, he's gonna stab me!
The nurses run over and take the knife away from me. How did you break the bed, Shiki-kun? The doctor asks why, but curiously persists on how I did it.
I traced along that line and it broke. Hey, just why is this hospital full of cracks?
You better stop that, Tsukihime, before we throw you into the garbage dump. There are no such cracks like that anywhere. Now tell me, just how did you break the bed? Do we need to send you to a mental asylum? Because I for damn sure don't want to deal with this mess. I promise, I won't get mad, just tell me.
I'm telling you, all I did was trace the line with the knife.
I see. Okay, we'll continue this conversation tomorrow. The doctor leaves. And then, not a single person believed my story. As long as I run the knife along the scribbles, I can cleanly cut anything. I don't have to put any force into it. It's as easy as cutting paper with scissors. The bed, the chair, the desk, the walls, the floor. I've never tried, but probably, no, definitely, even people. Seems that no one else can see these lines. The black lines only I can see. Despite being a kid, I gradually began to understand what the lines were. They're probably like stitches. Just like stitches that hold an open wound together after surgery. I think they are weak spots. After all, there's no way I could cut such a thing with a child's strength alone. Yeah, I didn't know until now. I'm about to say you guys can tell. I mean, I would because I'm the smartest, like, human being ever, but you?
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, I didn't know until now that the world is covering these lines. These breaking lines that bind everything together. No one else can see them. That's why they're just fine. But I can see them. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Can't even talk. It's as if I'm the only one who went crazy. Maybe that's why. Why, even after 2 weeks, no one believes my story. Even after 2 weeks, no one has come to see me. Even after 2 weeks, I continue to live alone in a world surrounded by black stitches. And the ass shaking of black. I need to get out. I don't want to be in this room anymore. I want to stay in a place covering stitches. I want to be around some nice dick bitches. That's why I decided to escape and run away. To somewhere where no one else would be. Like a wound on my chest still hurts, I didn't get very far. That's why I noticed I'm standing in a grassy field just outside of town. I didn't get far at all. My chest hurts. I feel sad. I collapse to the knees and cough. That actually helped my throat a little bit. There's nobody here. Drowning in this ocean of green at the end of summer. I feel like I'm about to disappear. But before that, hey you, it's dangerous to sit down in a place like that. I hear a woman's voice from behind me. Huh? What do you mean? You're already a runt, so I can't see if you're sitting in your grass. I was this close to taking you, so watch out. He points at me rather grumpily. I get a little angry. After all, I sit in the fourth row from the front, so I don't think I'm that short. Kicked? By who? Isn't it obvious, stupid? You and I are the only ones here, so who else would it be but me? She declares this confidently as she folds her arms. Well, I suppose it must be fate that we met here, so do you want to talk for a little while, Strunk? My name is Alzaki Alto. I've been playing these things way too long to not be able to pronounce these names, bro. My name is Alzaki Alto. What's yours? She extends her arm to me with the kind cheerfulness one would show to an old friend. I see no reason to refuse, so I tell her my name is Sonoshiki. I grasp her cool hand in return. Talking to her was a lot of fun. She didn't ignore what I said just as I was a kid. Instead, she listened. She listened to what I had to say, like a friend. But then when I grew up, I realized that was because she was a groomer and she was trying to diddle me. We talked about many things. About my family. About how I was an old and respected family with very strict traditional rules. My equally strict father. About my little sister, Akia. Quiet little Akia who always followed me around. About our big mansion and the vast gardens and... Oh my god, this sounds way too familiar. Those who know. Those who know. I really don't want to hear this description right now. About our big mansion and the vast gardens. And how Akia and I would play together with our friends. I told her about many things almost feverishly. Oh, it's this time already. Sorry, Shiki. I've got some business to take care of. So let's stop here. She gets up to leave. My chest tightens and I feel sad, thinking I would be alone again. See you tomorrow. I'll be waiting for you here, okay? You should go back to your room and listen to your doctor. Oh, she speaks with such ease. In such a natural way as she makes her way off. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we should be able to talk. like we did today. I'm happy. It was the first time I felt something since I awoken from the accident. Since that day, going to that grassy field in the afternoon became part of my daily routine. She would get angry that I called her Alco. For some reason, it almost seemed like she hated her own name. After some thought, I decided she seemed very distinguished, like a very distinguished person. So I came to call her Sensei. Sorry, my brain is too goopy to pronounce that correctly, sorry y'all. Sensei would seriously listen to anything I had to say, and would always dispel my anxieties with but a single word without fail. I was suppressed from the accident, but slowly, thanks to Sensei, I began to return to my former self. Even those scary black scribbles didn't seem that scary anymore thanks to Sensei. I was suppressed from the accident, but slowly, thanks to Sensei, I began to return to my former self. Even those black scribbles didn't seem quite scary anymore when talking to Sensei. I didn't know who she was or where she was from. Perhaps she really was a teacher. I don't care, it doesn't matter at all, because it's fun being with Sensei. That alone is all that matters, and that alone is more than enough. You better believe that stuff.
Hey Sensei, look what I can do.
I wanted to surprise her one day, so using the fruit knife I brought from the hospital, I cut down a tree growing in the field. Like before, I run the knife along the scribble-like line and cut it cleanly across the base.
Amazing, isn't it? I can cut anything easily as long as it's somewhere where I can see the scribbles. I can probably even touch her neck. No one else can do this, right?
Cheeky! She slaps me across the face.
Sensei?
What you just did was extremely thoughtless. Sensei gives me a hard, piercing glare. I don't know why, but I just realized I did something I definitely shouldn't have. With Sensei's severe expression and the pain from my cheek where she slapped me, I felt very, very sad.
I'm sorry.
Before I knew I was crying. Cheeky. Then a gentle, warm feeling envelops me. No need to apologize. It's true that you did something I should be very angry at you for, but it's definitely not your fault. Sensei's squat sounding hurts me. But you know, if someone doesn't tell you otherwise now, one day you're going to make a mistake you can never take back. That's why I won't apologize. You can hate me all you want if you feel that way.
No, I don't hate you, Sensei.
Really? Glad you feel that way. I guess it was fate that brought the two of us to meet here like this. Sensei began to ask about the scribbles I could see. As I told her about the lines, the black jagged lines that somehow only I could see, Sensei's embrace tightened. Cheeky, what you're seeing is something that should never be seen by anyone or anything. Everything in existence has points where they are most easily broken. We, who break down one day, are imperfect for this reason. Your eyes have the ability to see the fate of all things. To put it another way, you can see the future.
The future?
That's right. You can see death. You don't need to know any more than that. If someday you happen to go down that path, the principles will become clear to you to do something that is needed.
Sensei, I really don't understand.
That's good. It's important that you understand now. All I want you to know is that you must never cut these lines on a whim or as a joke, understand? If you do so, your eyes will begin to take the lives of others too lightly. And that is the worst thing that could possibly happen.
Okay, I won't do it if you say so, Sensei. Besides, it kind of hurts my chest. I'm sorry, Sensei, I'll never do it again.
Good for you, Shiki. Never forget the feelings that you have experienced here today. If you stay that way, I'm sure you'll find happiness. Sensei finally let go of me.
But Sensei, I see those lines and get worried. They'll be cut as soon as I trace them, right? Then it wouldn't be weird for my surroundings to come apart at any time.
You're right. I'll be able to help you with that at least. Seems as if that's the reason I'm here. Sensei sighs and favors me with a warm smile. Shiki, I'll give you a very special present tomorrow. I'll give you your old life back, the one you were living before your accident. The next day, exactly the 7th day after I met Sensei, she arrives in that grassy field carrying a large trunk in one hand. Here, if you put these on, those strange scribbles won't be visible anymore. What she gave me was a pair of glasses.
But my eyes are fine.
Just put them on. The lenses don't have any magnification or anything. Sensei forces them on me, suddenly.
Whoa! Incredible! This is amazing, Sensei! I can't see the scribbles anymore, not at all!
Of course. I had quite the time stealing Mystic Eye Killer from my older sister to make this Aozaki Algo masterpiece. So treat them well, or there'll be hell to pay, got it?
Yep. I'll take good care of him. You're incredible, Sensei. May all those horrible lines disappear just like that. It's like magic.
Of course, I am a sorceress after all. Giving me a proud smile, Sensei puts down her trunk on the ground. But know this, Shiki. Those lines haven't disappeared. It's just that you can't see them. Once you take the glasses off, you'll be able to see them again.
Really?
Yes. That's the one thing that cannot be fixed. Your only choice is to keep living your life and do your best with the eyes you have now.
No, I don't want these scary eyes. If I cut those lines again, I'll end up breaking my promise to you.
Oh, you mean never cutting the lines again? Silly, you can't break that promise. You can break that promise whenever you like.
Really? But you said it was something I shouldn't do.
Yes, it is. I mean, if you want to be stupid, don't live your life. It's not my problem. But that's your gift, Shiki. It's yours to use as you see fit. No one else but you has the right to judge you. But out of all the abilities one can have, yours is terribly unique. If you have such a power, that means there is a meaning behind you having it. God doesn't give us powers for no reason. You might say that you were given the mystic eyes of depth perception because one day, the time will come when you will need them. That's why you must not live in denial of their existence. Sensei squats down so our eyes would be at level. But you know, that's why you must never forget. You are a very kind and honest person, Shiki. As long as you remain that way, as you are now, your eyes will never bring forth any wrong. However, I'm not telling you to become a saint. All I'm saying is to live true to yourself, and become a man in the manner that you think is right. Since you can accept your mistakes and are able to apologize, I know that in 10 years, you will become a great man. That being said, Sensei stands and reaches for a trunk. Oh, but I must say, unless in exceptional circumstances, you shouldn't take your glasses off. Special powers attract other special powers. Only when you decide there is no other way you should take off those glasses, and even then, be mindful of how you use your power. Power in itself is not evil. What is evil rests solely in the hearts of the ones wielding such power. Be it for good or evil, it will end up being you and the choices you make. She picks up her trunk. Sensei doesn't say anything more after that, but deep down, I knew we had to part.
Impossible, Sensei. I can't do it. I won't understand just by myself.
The truth is, I was so afraid before I met you.
Or, I was only able to return to being me because you were with me. I can't do it. Not even with these glasses. If you're dying, I can't do it.
Don't say such things, Cheeky. If you can't tell lies that even you yourself can't believe, you only make whoever hears you sad. Sensei raises her eyebrows in displeasure and pokes my forehead. You know it yourself, don't you? You're alright now. So don't say stupid things and give up on the self that you finally found. You only choose to be you. No one else can do it for you. Sensei turns around. Well, this is goodbye. Listen, Cheeky. Life is not easy. Everyone's life is hard, long, rocky road filled with many pitfalls. You have more power than anyone else to do something about that, so pull yourself together. Sensei is leaving. I was sad, but I'm Sensei's friend, so I have to see her off properly.
Yes, goodbye, Sensei.
Hold on. That's right, Cheeky. Hold on to that confidence. Always live true to yourself. When you find yourself in trouble, calm down and think things through carefully, okay? Solution will always present itself to you if you do. It'll be alright. You'll manage, even on your own. Sensei laughs happily. The wind blows. The field of grass sways in unison. Sensei was already gone.
Bye, Sensei.
After saying that, I really felt like I wouldn't see her again. All that remained were her words, and those mysterious glasses. It was only 7 days, but she taught me many more valuable things than anyone else. As I stand there by myself, I feel tears well up in my eyes. Man, I was such a fool. I can only say goodbye. I couldn't even say a single word of thanks to her. I left the hospital soon after that. Afterwards, I didn't return to the Tono household, but was taken to live with my relatives instead. But it's alright. Tonoshiki will be just fine, even by himself. I'll spend a new life with my new family. Like that, Tonoshiki's 9th summer ended. A new autumn arrived. I think I became more of an adult. Autumn. The last traces of summer are disappearing today, a Thursday, halfway through October. It is October! This is the day when I, Tonoshiki, return home. Hey, I mean, this is kind of a decent, Halloweenish game, but I do want to tell y'all the reason I'm doing this series right now is partly because, I'm getting to a point in Metaphor ReFantazio where I'm going to have to do a good amount of stuff off screen. I can edit the series very easily. The only part I'm really going to struggle on, or take a long time on, is thumbnails. So I'm just going to have this. Whenever I get a video done, I'm going to upload it, right? This is kind of like a stress-free series, right? So, if by the end of today, I play Metaphor, and I still haven't finished this dungeon I have to do, right? Excuse me. I still haven't finished this dungeon I have to do then. I'll just, do another video of this, and, this is just going to be, not filler, but, it's a very easy series to come out, partly. But also because, I do want to play this game again. But I will say, after every, route or chapter, you can expect a bit of a break. Not as long as like Wonderful Everyday or something though, because like that took 2 years. But like I might like play another game for like a little while. I do want to return back to it though. By the way, I used to upload like every other day, but because I've been like lacking a few times this month, I think I've had like three 3 day delays. I'm gonna try and like just upload whenever I can. Excuse me. Try and upload whenever I can, like, and that might mean every day. But I don't want to go over like every other day because then it's gonna be like I don't know. And I also want to be a little more experimental, like with thumbnails and titles and stuff, because I've noticed that like a lot of my like metaphor videos get no views. I just like need to figure out like what exactly is gonna work for my channel, because like it can't just be that like excuse me, nobody's really trying to watch like gameplay content in totality. Like I'm sure a lot of people aren't that interested in it anymore, but I've gotta be doing something wrong. But anyway, this is the day when I, Toshiki, return home. It's been 8 years since I left. Shiki, hurry up! You're going to be late for school. I hear Keiko-san's voice flowing in from the kitchen. Okay, I'm leaving, I call back. I place my hands together in a room that was mine at the Arimas up until now. I'm going. Thanks for letting me live with you these last 8 years. Clap, clap. As my cheeks were clapping as I was running from school, I fold my hands together in prayer. Then, grabbing my only bag, I leave the room that had become so familiar. I walked through the entrance to the Arima's house, then turned to face it. Shiki. Keiko-san, who had come to the door, came to see me off, calls my name somberly. See you later. Take care, Mom. What a strange thing to say. I won't be coming back. Never again will I pass through this door as a member of the Arima family. Thanks for looking after me. Please give my regards to Fire too. Keiko-san simply nods. 8 years. The eyes of the person who had been my mother looked so sad. I don't think I've ever seen her like that before. I'm sure it will be hard for you at Katono's house. Please watch yourself. The body is weak. You mustn't overdo it. I'll be okay. After 8 years, I'm just as healthy as anyone else. I'm a lot tougher than I look. I suppose you're right. But the Tones are different from everyone else. You're rich. I'm worried they'll be too much for you. I know what Keiko means. My home from today forth will be a mansion, an uncommon sight in this day and age. Not only is the house amazing, but the family itself is highly respected. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, the amount of times I've had to get up to clear my throat is exactly like why I'm scared about streaming. Like, I really gotta figure out like something for my throat. It's also like ruining my videos a little. But it said that they hold significant investments in many corporations. To top things off, it's my true home. The Arimas have only been looking after me. But it's already decided. Yeah, it's something that's been decided already. Alright, I'll be heading off then. Thanks for taking care of me. I gotta figure out Tono's voice. I'll repeat those words one last time and turn my back on the household I had grown so accustomed to over the past 8 years. Like I knew everything I do was going to say there. I leave the Arima's house and start walking to school with a heavy heart. 8 years ago, I recovered from a serious injury that would normally have meant death. Then I was entrusted to the Arimas, a family branching off from the Tono family. I lived with my real parents at the Tono Mansion up until I was 9. Yeah, I lived with the Armas for 8 years until now, my second year of high school. I lived a normal life as an adopted son. From the time I met Sensei, those special circumstances Sensei told me about as she parted never happened. And the glasses hid the lines from me as long as I wore them. The life of Toshiki was a peaceful one. The end. Listen, it meandered along gently until a few days ago, the day when the head of the Tono family sent word to me. Return to the Tono Mansion, the very family that, until now, had shunned me. I sighed again. To be perfectly honest, even before the accident, I had never gotten along with the Tono household. Maybe as a kid, I never liked the formality demanded by the family. Perhaps that's why I said nothing when the old man told me I was going to live with the Armas. I think it turned out well. I got along well with my adopted parents, Keiko and Fumio. It was as if they were my real parents. I lived a normal life in the loving family of the Armas like a real son, just like I had always wished. I don't regret living there. Except for one thing. My little sister, 1 year younger than me, remained behind with the Tonos. 1 year is nothing. Hakia, I bet she hates me now. It would only be natural. She had to live in that mansion by herself, under the constant supervision of that hard-headed old man. I could easily imagine what Akia thought of me, the one who escaped, allowing her sigh. I can't help it. If I wanted to, I can't. Listen, what's going to happen will happen. Today after school, I return to my true home. Lord knows what will occur. But for now, I've got more pressing problems. My watch shows 7:45. Ooh, it's 7:52 a.m. for me. Oh yeah, also it's October 24th. Homeroom starts at 8 o'clock sharp, and anyone who isn't in class by 8 is marked as late. Clutching my bag, I started sprinting towards school. I managed to make it to the school in less than 10 minutes. I entered from the back gate, accomplishing a feat that would bring the track scouts running if they knew. Come to think of it, today is also the last day I'll come in through the back gate. The Arama and Tono households are on opposite sides of the school, with the Aramas being behind while the Tonos are in front. Obviously, I'll be coming in through the front gate in the future. I quite like the lonely atmosphere back here too. For some reason, the back gate at our school wasn't really popular. Only 10 people or so, myself included, actually used it. It's quiet and pretty devoid of people, day or night. Clang! Clink, clink, clang! Like I said, pretty quiet. The sound of a hammer mixed with the distant bird singing reaches my ears. Hammering, huh? Clang, clink, clong. A rhythmical ringing comes in from the corner of the courtyard. What is that? Homeroom begins in less than 10 minutes. I didn't have time to stop and find out, but I'm pretty curious. The source of the noise soon becomes apparent as I walk towards the courtyard. A female student is crouching in the middle of the tree-lined path, working with a hammer and nails. What is she doing? There are only a few minutes left until homeroom. Maybe she doesn't have a watch. At the moment, that's the best I can come up with. Still, to notice and then just ignore would be somewhat cruel. I approach her unhurriedly, trying not to surprise her and speak.
Whoa!
Wow, so you have blue hair. Hey, homeroom is starting soon. Huh? The swine girl raises her face. The ribbon on her uniform displays the color of a dirt ear. Man, it's gonna be hard trying to figure out what voices to use. The older student looks at me while holding her hammer. Her gaze through those glasses is so direct, I feel like I'm being pulled in. Maybe she has the same mystic guy perception thing. Her serious eyes make me want to apologize for bothering her. The splint she was facing is rhyme beyond use. Come to think of it, our school's rear courtyard is in a terrible state of disrepair. The splints are neglected and the flower beds untended. Apparently, the teachers intend for the students to conduct a big cleanup at the end of the year, so the maintenance men have done nothing since summer. I take in the situation with a single glance. The girl with the hammer is repairing the broken down splints, paying no mind to the fact that her tidy uniform is being dirty. She has sweat on her brow, and it looks like she's been swinging her hammer in a most serious manner. But as far as I know, there's nobody in charge of repairing public property at this school. What is it? The older student asked, adjusting her crooked glasses. It's nothing. I was just wondering what you were doing. As you can see, I'm in the middle of fixing the splints. Yeah, I can see that and I can hear your voice cracking. That's not what I meant. I was wondering why you're doing something like this. Won't the maintenance people take care of it anyway? The older student laughs to hide her embarrassment. I'm the kind of person that can't stand seeing a mess like this. I can't just leave them alone. Seems like she's repairing the splints because she just couldn't let them stay that way. One-eyed senpai. That's why you're fixing it on your own? If you don't like the mess, why not just avoid coming here? Oh, my classroom is over there. Senpai points at the second floor classroom facing the courtyard. I see it's the next window, so it's easy for me to see the courtyard. Well, usually I just bear it, but when I took my seat today, I was surprised to see all the splints in this area were broken. Senpai's face clouded, as if to say, isn't that terrible? Apparently she's upset, though she doesn't look very seriously angry. You know what they say, strike while the iron's hot and all. I borrowed the tools from the office and decided to fix them myself. And so the explanation ends. Making a bow, Senpai returns to hammering the nails. Alright, I understand all that, but how about we leave it here for now? Homeroom is in less than 5 minutes, and if it's this bad, won't the school get around to fixing it pretty soon? No way! Ripping her hammer, the senpai with glasses shakes her head furiously. I won't be able to concentrate with the darn like this, even if I go to class. It'll just sound like nonsense to me, and the teacher will say, "Hey you, what are you staring at?" I'll get yelled at for sure. Senpai continues to grip the hammer while emphasizing her point. Well, I suppose the teacher would be upset if you kept looking outside. He would, wouldn't he? That's why I have to do it now! With that, Senpai begins her repairs once again, clumsily hammering away. She's obviously not used to using a hammer. Using a hammer, my fault. Clank, clank, rings the hammer as it hits the wood. By the looks of it, there isn't just one or two broken splints. I can't begin to guess how long it'll take her to repair all of them on her own. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. The bell begins to ring. It's like the first period started. I give up considering things have gotten to this point. I sit down silently and begin to help repairing the splits. Once I begin to help, I quickly realize that mending them isn't that difficult after all. Although the older student is not used to making repairs, he is quite skillful anyway. He has already gotten the hang of it, and the work is proceeding at a brisk pace. Senpai's movements are quick and sharp, and I enjoy watching her. She really is quite clever. Before I know it, there is only one splint left to repair. 30 minutes have passed. Can't stay here any longer. Only one more would be no problem for Senpai. Well, I'll be going. I stand up and dust off my pants. The student with the glasses also stands up and begins to stare at me. Come to think of it, just who is she? Another blue-haired person with glasses? Well, I mean, he actually had, like, dark hair, didn't he? Like, black hair. I hadn't given it any thought because of what I was doing, but when I stopped to consider her, I realized she is quite beautiful. Someone this look would be known by every male student. This is one thing you're gonna learn about Shiki. He is a gooner, so he's gonna say a lot of like weird stuff like this in this game, so you're just gonna have to get used to him like being like this. They be talking about a third year beauty. I have to go. Don't work too hard, Senpai. All of a sudden she smiles. She gives an obedient nod. Even though she's older than me, it's almost like dealing with someone younger. Thank you for helping me. I'm glad you did. She makes a quick bow. I'll be sure to come say hello during lunch. Don't forget to wash your hands, Sono-kun. You too, Senpai. With that, I'll wave my hand and leave. Wait. Huh? Have I met you before, Senpai? Huh? Senpai cries out in surprise and mischievously puts on a depressed face. Oh no, you forgot about me. Forgetting? No, I don't think so. If I had ever met such a beautiful woman like her, there's no way I'd forget. She looks up at me reproachfully. Those eyes. I'm sure I remember them from somewhere, don't I? Come to think of it, we have exchanged greetings once or twice before, hadn't we? Yeah, Senpai, isn't it? Apprehensively, I suggest her name. Yes, I'm glad you remember. You seem the type to space out and forget, Tono-kun. I don't think I space out, but there's something I can't, there's nothing I can do about the fact I forget. See you later, gang. Sorry for keeping you. Yell bows again. I watch her go, then start to walk towards the school building. When I reach my class, it's already the break after the first period. Okay, y'all. So, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna have to edit it quite a bit, but, I know the voice actor wasn't perfect this episode, especially, like, with, like, character voices. For some reason, my throat is very, like, stuffy. I'm gonna have to figure out, like, how to clear that out or whatever, but I really do hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Hope y'all enjoyed the series. I think I'll call this the prologue episode because nothing really happened in it. And you know, it's just getting you used to like the backstory, right? I think the next episode though, we're going to like be decently started with like the plot. But again, I've already played this route that I'm going to do and the next route. I've only played 2 routes, y'all. I think there's like a route for all the characters or whatever, so we're gonna have quite a few routes to get down. When I play everything I played before, I'll tell y'all, and then we'll get to the blind part of the playthrough. My fault. But yeah, that's why I'm ending. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's got like butter on my lips. But that's why I'm ending the video right now, because like I honestly can't even talk no more. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you all enjoyed the series. Hope you all enjoyed the show. I hope you all enjoy your day. And it would really mean a lot to me if you would like and subscribe. But anyway, y'all, I will see you all next time. Bye. Bye. Ay, 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 ay.